Welcome back to the CRC Championships here on CBS Sports. Air Force, South Carolina coming up, James. Air Force, the Zoomies, a proud rugby tradition there.
Yeah, and they built into the tournament, and on the back of CJ Gabriel, he has been inspirational along with Landon Chandler. They came through Virginia Tech with a strong closeout performance as we see Gabriel again. And on the other side, the Gamecocks. No bigger player in the tournament, one of the top 150 rugby players in the country at the collegiate level, John Golden. He was in everything for them, and a massive reason for them being able to come through a comprehensive victory against Clemson.
Absolutely. John, how do you see this one playing out?
This should be a fascinating game. You're going to have some contrasting styles here. Obviously, the discipline of the academies comes in. The Gamecocks are really going to have to just have a run at them and find the spaces against a bigger physical team. We'll see who comes out on top.
It is the Survivor Shield Final. Air Force, South Carolina. Everything to play for here. 14 minutes between these two sides. And some championship silverware. A referee, Ian Seaton. Matt Duncan, Brian McClure will be running the sidelines for us as assistants. Air Force to kick off on the left of your screen. South Carolina to receive. The boot of CJ Gabriel goes deep into the 22 here for the Gamecocks. That man Golden, we talked about the combination between him and the number 9, Jack Van Vliet, will be critical. A kick over the top, perhaps studying from that last game. Fordham seeing Miranda's skills. Possession now with Air Force and a penalty.
Little error on the kick there. I think they were watching Fordham. Needed to go a little deeper with the kick if they're going to try to chase that.
Gabriel drifts across field before he finds Kavanagh. Not releasing the breakdown. Golden will attack quickly. Golden, ball in two hands. They've got numbers. Links on the outside. John Golden to Dan Golden. Not releasing. Quick whistle. Now Mathis has Gabriel, lets him go. Picks up another runner in Brown. Brown outside to Chandler. Chandler stumbles, regains the footing in time to score the opening try. Air Force, they get things going here with the opening score of this game. A minute on the clock.
Came from a great breakdown steal early on, and we see the final plays here. Good down the sideline from Brown. Brown gets Chandler, and we've seen Chandler be able to beat that last defender many times this weekend.
Great run on the outside there, and you see that just discipline to keep your width from the Air Force players. Interesting thing about the Air Force, not a lot of the players at Air Force played in high school. Almost everybody in the South Carolina team has. Just a little bit more rugby knowledge on the one side, but they make up for it with that discipline and that power and just the intelligence of the Air Force team.
John Golden, center screen. Will he be center stage here for the Gamecocks? Air Force to get things going again. Deep restart into the waiting arms of Dan Golden. Straightens the attack, comes back down this short side. They've attracted 5 blue jerseys. They should have some space here. They do. 2-on-1 on the outside. Can they capitalize? Van Vliet, dummies, good contact, spills that. Another big tackle. The Zoomies flying in. Wide pass. Golden. Golden, ball in two hands. Dummies, almost slices through the offload. Into the 22 go the Gamecocks. Wide pass. Shand. Van Vliet, quick hand, should get it done here. It does, as Lafferty will go unopposed. Quinn Lafferty ties things up at 5 apiece.
Great work down the field from the Gamecocks. They just pulled that Zoomies defense from touchline to touchline till they tired them out and finally found the space out wide.
And on the replay here, it was a costly mistake by Air Force on the outside. They had the numbers hitting across field. He didn't need to shoot out. Instead, they needed to trust the inside defenders. You can't give them that much time and space. You can't give Lafferty an inch, let alone a foot.
Conversion unsuccessful. We remain locked up at 5 apiece. 3.5 minutes gone. There's our try scorer, Quinn Lafferty. As we get a look now, Austin Roach for Air Force. Restart was good. Offsides against South Carolina. Free kick for Air Force back at the halfway line.
Just the silly mistakes that you don't need. John Roberts and Jeffrey Smoke are the captains of the Gamecock, the coaches of the Gamecocks. Be displeased with that.
Now Air Force looking to hit back here. Little opening. Try to slice through. Support comes through in the form of Leduc. Penalty. Not releasing. They'll tap quickly. Over the line they go, Air Force. Well, he's done it all himself there, Riley Leduc. And he gets the try that gives the lead back to Air Force, 10 points to 5 with a kick to come.
Head coach Denny Merritt will be really happy with that passage of play. And it was their ability to be able to, you get a penalty in the game, it's that heads-up play, the quick tap. And from this stage, he had only one thing in his mind, power and pace, determination to get over and score the try. Riley Leduc.
That's where the Zoomies are so strong. They just have that power across the board. The academy duties that they all have require a supreme amount of fitness. These guys can certainly lay the lumber when they need.
Orders being barked there by South Carolina as the conversion was successful. 12 points to 5. Air Force in front by 7 here. Gabriel. Down into the waiting hands of Van Vliet. Back with the ball now, South Carolina. Gabriel across the sweeper. Good defense. Lafferty to his right. Picks up Golden. Golden floats the pass wide. Back inside, little juggle, can't handle from Howard. That one spilled forward as we creep closer and closer to this halftime break. Errors like that could become critical.
Right idea from the Gamecocks. Are using that rugby knowledge to their advantage, getting into those spaces, making that defense make decisions. And once they got through, a little error creeps in, just knock that ball on.
We talk about fitness. This has been a clinic in watching how Air Force scrambles. In sevens, often it's really difficult once you're out of the play, but they're never out of the play, these Air Force players. They were able to get back and scramble. They were short on the left side, they were short on the right, and they're able to get there and clean up.
A little early there from Golden. Penalty goes to the Air Force. They'll play quickly up by 7 as the siren goes for half-time. Chandler has 1 try already today. Mathis, another penalty.
Mistakes tripping in late in the half for this South Carolina team. They want to cut that out. They just keep it at a 7-point deficit for halftime.
That one goes behind. As Roach can't handle. Back with Mathis. Mathis, the fend. Looks for support, finds it in Chandler. Now Gabriel with a little bit of space. Gabriel slices between 2, beats a 3rd. And on the stroke of half-time, Air Force will extend their lead 17 points to 5 with a kick to come. They rolled the dice by keeping the ball in play, and they come up absolute aces.
We can run a highlight reel all weekend long of this guy. The junior from El Cajon, California, CJ Gabriel. He has done this time and time again. There's certain players in this tournament you can't give time and space to. He is one of them.
That footwork, he saved nothing for the dance floor tonight in New Orleans, using it all against the Gamecocks right now. Great individual try.
19 points to 5 at the break. We will step away when we return. The second half continues in the Survivor Shield here on CBS Sports.
CBD American Shaman. Find a location near you today.
Another 7 minutes left to play here in the 2022 CRCs. Air Force in the lead, James.
Yeah, an initial try from Chandler. Good individual effort, but it was all the momentum on their side as you saw Leduc. They're able to capitalize on all of the offensive penalties that they've been able to enforce. On this side, this is one of the men in the tournament, Danger Man, CJ Gabriel. He has been electric so far.
Kick off to the second half. Coming up is Air Force. Can they hold on? South Carolina got through their bit of rivals, in-state rivals, Clemson, to get here. That one tapped back by Air Force. Now Mathis looking to create something himself. Mathis beats one, beats a second, links up. CJ Gabriel, add that one to the highlight reel. James Patterson, he takes it under the post, and what a way to get things going here in the second half.
Exactly what you want to do after the halftime break. They were able to secure the kickoff. The kickoffs are such an important part of Sevens rugby, and from that stage, it was just good individual brilliance, and then the support play. We talked about their fitness, their ability to be able to follow up, and CJ Gabriel, good players have a nose for the ball. He's one of them.
Absolutely. Right place, right time to a certain degree there, but sees the space. He's here just in support, sees it, space opens up, and he needs no introduction to get off to the races.
Conversion successful. That man right there, CJ Gabriel, converts his own try. 26 points to 5. The Gamecocks shell-shocked. The restart deep into the 22. Golden comes wide as South Carolina through Howard look to make something happen. A spark to start the fire for a comeback. Golden beats 2. Can't get away from the attention of Reutsch. Penalty. Tackle was a touch high. Van Vliet picks up Golden. Golden, little kick through on the chase. Leads the chase, toes it again, cannot get it down. Air Force will ground this in the in goals.
Look at the gas on Golden to make that run. Gets in behind a couple of those defenders. Great work from Golden.
Air Force might be in trouble here. I think they're conferring about an early tackle as he goes to ground the ball.
I thought Golden may have grabbed one of the Air Force players on the chase initially. That may have been missed. What hasn't been missed is the Air Force infraction. Penalty try coming up here, an automatic 7. As the referee goes under the post. There you have it, penalty try.
South Carolina needs to take that 7 points and really turn it on now. They have about 5 minutes left in this game. This is the opportunity, a man up, to really push that defense and force this Air Force defenders to make decisions that will work in South Carolina's favor.
So Jackson Mitchell in the 14 jersey may have been the player who challenged Golden early. I'd love to get another look at earlier in that play, though. Did Golden grab one of the Air Force players? He almost, the old shake and bake, the slingshot past him, he just rocketed past. I wasn't sure what happened.
Tried to sneak one past the referee there.
I thought they had changed the rules for a second there mid-game.
Ball down here with Gabriel. Need a big effort for the next couple of minutes as they are down to 6. Mathis. The long rangy strides of Mathis. Roich. Penalty off the feet against Air Force. Quick tap here. As Shand moves this to the left. Golden inside. Van Vliet defend. And he will bring it around closer to the post for the conversion. And the comeback has well and truly begun here for the Gamecocks.
Exactly what they needed to do is get some more points on the board while they've got a man in the bin. You look at the setup there from Golden, and that man, Van Vliet, waste no time getting a try in, the sophomore from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, Wando High School rugby product.
That man Golden and Frayne, he's a wizard at the line. You know, it's not often players with his stature and size have the balance and the ability to play the ball at the line. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, drawing out the defenders on the inside. If he didn't go inside, he was creating an overlap on the outside.
There's your try scorer, Van Vliet. Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Gorgeous spot, Mount Pleasant, just outside Charleston. Stays in state. He's restarted a big one here, down by 7, a converted try. Absolutely nothing in the game of 7s. Air Force need to regain ascendancy here. Penalty again, not getting out of there quick enough against South Carolina, and Caleb Shand just got pinned into the ruck there, James.
Yeah, tough. You must roll away and give the attacking player a chance to place the ball back. And Air Force here, John, they're just going to take their time.
Absolutely smart thing to do. They're up by more than a converted try. Or a converted try, sorry. Exactly, converted try. They need to hold South Carolina out. And time is on their side at the moment.
Just under 2 minutes remaining on the stadium clock here. Air Force with this line out. Mathis with the throw. Into the waiting hands, though, of South Carolina and Grayson Tony. Ball sits up here. Allison, that one drifts forward. And that takes more time off the clock here. Not only the turnover, but time.
You're right about the time. They're going to lose that, but that was just a silly mistake there, trying to get that pass away in the tackle. If you're going to ground, sometimes you just need to reset, push the Air Force defense back, and reset that play and go again.
And one thing that will dictate how this game finishes is the impact of the reserves we've seen all weekend long. The finishers coming off the bench. Everybody's gassed out there. They've been throwing in their all so far, and those finishers can make the difference.
Mathis on the back, turns one on the inside. Gabriel cannot get the arms free to find support. Still with Air Force. Chandler slowly back to the waiting hands. Brown loses his feet. Now Mathis under pressure, does well. Gabriel equally. Offload. Good work here from Mitchell for Air Force. Hands in the ruck. Can't go digging around in there for the ball.
That mistake is probably going to cost him the game right there. Golden, the New Yorker, thought he could get away with the move. Referee right on the spot for that one.
Really had no option. You had to contest that breakdown. Not enough time left. We'll be able to tap this and push it downfield. Time for one more line out.
You hear the hooter in the background. All Air Force need to do is secure this line out. They do just that. Mathis, he'll put it over the sideline and end proceedings here. 26 points to 19. Air Force hold on against a resurgent South Carolina.
It got close in the second half as they went a man down for an infraction, but it was the Air Force Academy, John, that looked the more composed team today.
We've said it throughout the game, it's just discipline, discipline, discipline. They're never going to give up. They're always going to work together as teammates. They're always going to be a unit. Denny Meredith has them trained very well in that respect. Well-deserved win for the Falcons.
There you see celebrations for the Air Force squad as they are the Survivors Shield champions for 2022 here at the CRCs. Valiant performance from South Carolina as we head down to the field now with Christina Swift.
No, I'm not. I'll have been waiting out here. I'm here with CJ Gabriel, the tri-wire. You are doing great today. He's only been playing rugby for 3 years. How does it feel to lead your team to victory today?
It's pretty rewarding considering we came here last year, got 5th, went to Nationals in Atlanta 2 weeks ago, got last pretty much. So this is pretty awesome considering we lost 2 starters coming into this thing.
We're so proud of you. Congrats and thank you again, okay? Back to you guys.
Thanks, Christina. What a performance it was from CJ Gabriel. We will take a short break here from the Gold Mine in New Orleans. When we return, it's an all Notre Dame affair as the University of Notre Dame take on Notre Dame College. All that and more coming up after the break right here on CBS.